Hey, everybody. Lieutenant Joe here for Hope is Not a Tactic, the school safety and security show. So, a couple of episodes back, I had talked about securing the classroom doors, the gym doors, theater doors, and all that kind of stuff. And I talked about safety bar straps that help you do that, and also door magnets. And I didn't have one with me at the time to show it to you. So, I have those things now. So, this is the understanding of what we have here. Now, you know how a classroom door opens and closes, right? So in the door locking mechanism, you got the knobs. You turn the knob and it pulls the throw in, and then the door opens and closes, right? And they have a lock, and that throw stays in place so the door can't open, right? That's what we really want. What's what we really want for security in the classroom. So one of the problems that I know a lot of schools have is that they have their key locks in the hallway, where teachers have to go in the hallway, lock the door, and then pull it closed. This is time consuming. And if there's danger in that hallway, the teacher is not going to be able to do that, right? We will lose our fine muscle control when we're in danger and it's right there. Imagine somebody firing a gun in the hallway. You're supposed to go out in that hallway, lock the door, and then close the door. It's not going to happen. We know that was part of the tragedy in the Sandy Hook school when the killer went in there, is that the teachers were in the hallway trying to lock their doors and they just couldn't do it. So what's the solution to that? Well, either you have a policy that says your doors are always locked. You lock them, you close the door once the kids are in, and the door's locked. Now, if something happens, you're locked in. The problems with that, and I know teachers experience this, is that a lot of times people have to leave the room and then come back. With younger kids, you might have a bunch of them going to the bathroom at different times throughout the day. You got to keep going over and opening and closing the door. And it can be difficult when you're in the middle of teaching. So what's the next alternative? Well, you can lock that door, right? Put it in the pre-locked position. Then you take this little $5 magnet, and you take it and you put it across the throw in the door, right? It's on the side of the door like this. Now the door opens and closes. The door's in the pre-locked position, but this prevents the throw from engaging. And therefore, the door opens and closes, opens and closes, opens and closes. In an emergency, anybody, even a student, can very quickly just crack the door, reach in, push the magnet out of the way, and close the door. And now the door is locked and secured almost instantaneously without having to go in the hallway. It's a very, very simple solution. Now, not every state allows you to use these. Some states have said that if there was a fire in the room and this was in there, it would swell and you couldn't get out. And I can understand that. But I also say if there's a fire, we're going to hit the fire drill alarm and we're going to run out the door. We're not going to be there. In an active shooter event or violent event, we need to be locked in quickly. So if you're not allowed to use them in your state, don't. But you know what I see a lot of teachers do in states where they're not allowed? Is they put a piece of like a pool noodle. You ever see the pool noodle and the kids use in the summertime? They cut a piece and they put that over the door lock, and then the kids come and go, come and go, come and go. I think that would swell too and melt, but teachers do it. They put rocks in the door so that the door doesn't close all the way. These are not good solutions, but they're reality. This is what teachers do to prevent that constantly having to stop and go to the door. This, for $5 per classroom, can save your life, and it's fast. I'm not saying to use it in places where you're not allowed. Follow your state laws. But in states where it is allowed, I suggest you get them. They're very inexpensive. You can email me, joe@pangarotraining.com, joe@pangarotraining.com, and I can help you get these very inexpensively. Right? Now, the next thing that we talked about, you know, the safety bars, the push bars on the doors. Many of the doors we have in the gyms. We have them in our theaters. We have them in lots and lots of places. Cafeterias have them. And you hit the push bar and it opens the door and you go in and out of the room. Well, one of the problems we see with this when it comes to safety and security is that in many districts I've been to, they also have to be locked from the hallway. Now, some of the more modern ones have a pin built right inside of it, and the lock is almost engaged. You pull that pin and it throws the throw and you're locked in. If you have those, that's fantastic. That's a fast way. Because remember, time equals life in these events. So if you have those, you're great. If you don't have those, here is something that can help you. This is very simple, right? This is called a safety bar strap. So what there is, there's a little piece of metal under here, and there is this strap made of very strong material. And what happens is you slide the safety bar out just a crack to put this around there. It gets screwed through here, and it creates a situation where laying on top of there is now, and you put it back. Now you put the bar back so it's nice and tight. And then you have the ability to push the bar in and snap it just like that. Now the bar is in, which means everybody can come and go all day long with no problems, no interruptions. In an emergency, the lock is already engaged. All you have to do is somebody goes up and pulls the tab, boom, and it throws the throw into the lock, and you're locked in from inside the cafeteria or the theater or wherever at the gym, wherever you have them. These are inexpensive. They're about $40 a piece. They last 5, 6, 7 years, before you should replace them. But I had them at the school I was the director of. I had them on all of those doors, and people, oh, the kids are going to pull them all the time. I didn't have one kid pull them. We explained to them, you can't pull them. It's for your safety. Never had one kid pull that pin. When we did lockdown drills, the gym teacher just ran over, or a student ran over, boom, and pulled the tab, locked the safety bar. The library, wherever you have them. Now they don't work so well with the old-fashioned doors, the arm bars that come down, but the full across safety push bar, they work fantastic. They're an inexpensive solution that allows you to lock down quickly in an emergency. Some districts have told me that they expect the custodian to run to the gym or the library or wherever they have these doors during an emergency and key lock the door from the hallway. That is not going to happen in a real event. That custodian is going to be locking down like everybody else, running for their life. So having these couple of little things, door magnet, push bar safety strap, can save lives, and it happens very quickly, and it's very inexpensive. So if you're not sure where to get them, I can hook you up with the right places to get them. Joe@pangarotraining.com, Joe@pangarotraining.com. All right. Keep everybody safe. Use the technology that's out there to make sure, and you can do this tomorrow, and your school is safer. Have a great day. Be careful out there. And this is Lieutenant Joe for Hope is Not a Tactic. We'll be back soon.